Right, Clarets fan reaction. West Brom nil, Burnley nil. I bet a lot of people have made some money on that tonight. With that 0-0 draw because it was on the cards, weren't it? Really. Both teams poor going forward, but solid at the back, and yeah, pretty much expected result. Really. I thought it was probably one of our most positive games though in recent weeks. I think we played quite well, to be honest. I think we do seem to play well against teams that aren't just going to sit there and defend against us. It felt like it was quite an open game, especially in the first half. I thought the first half we were not dominant, but a lot better at creating chances going forward. You've got the Jeremy Sarmiento chance, which I don't know what he's thinking about really with that chance because when their defender messes up and he gets through, Jeremy gets through on goal. He should be lifting it over the goalkeeper, and he just looks like he's just hit it hard and low into the ground. And the keeper's made a good save, to be fair to him. But yeah, he should be doing better than that. And I think defensively again we looked solid. I don't really remember Trafford having much to do. He made a couple of saves, but nothing major. But yeah, it's just another one of them where it's a 0-0 draw, and a lot's been said about Parker Ball and the performances and the entertainment value. At the end of the day, this is a sport that's supposed to be entertaining, and the last few games probably haven't been entertaining to watch. Passing it round the back and this, that, and the other. We didn't seem to do it as much tonight. And I personally, probably just me, but I personally found it a lot more entertaining tonight. Like I say, probably one of the more entertaining games we've had in recent weeks. But yeah, it's another 0-0 draw. Another game where we've struggled to get a goal, and even when we have done, it's been taken away from us with the most. I don't want to say it's the worst decision I've seen, um, given in football, especially not having watched Burnley for well over 25 years, but that's embarrassing that tonight from the referee, from the linesman, whoever decided to chalk that goal off, because no one argues against it. Like in football, we've got used to people go down at the slightest touch, and someone will roll around like a sniper's got them when no one's even touched them. And the fact that the West Brom player and the goalkeeper aren't claiming for the foul when Anthony puts the ball in the back of the net sort of says it all, really, for me. And on first viewing, when the referees disallowed it, my first thought was it handball? Has he just veered offside and come back from an offside position? But the more and more you look at that decision, the more and more it frustrates me, because it's a contact sport. You're gonna get bumped into. There's pushing and shoving all over the pitch, and Anthony's barely touched the West Brom defender, and like I say, even he's not claiming for it. So yeah, we've been robbed of the goal there, really. I don't want to say we've been robbed of 3 points, because on the balance of things, we probably did deserve a draw. You know, they say things even themselves out of the season, and okay, in the derbies, we've got away with one, with both of the offside goals. Obviously the one with them lot down the road, and then the one from Preston. So, it probably has evened itself out a little bit with that, but it's just frustrating because this is the same referee who allowed the Bristol City goal at the weekend against Preston. Like the state of officiating in not just in the Championship, in the Premier League, like in this country, it's awful. And you see that when we get to international games and you get to the international breaks, and it seriously highlights how bad the refereeing is in this country. But like I say, I don't want to complain too much about the referee, because it was a poor refereeing performance. There were decisions all over the pitch that were baffling to me tonight, from the officials. But like I say, I don't want to go on too much about them, because it's another game where we weren't quite at it. Like I say, we excuse me, we performed better than I feel like we have done in recent weeks. I think we're just missing that little bit of magic in the midfield and up front. And I have to question Parker on his decision that we've played the full game there with Fleming up front, who, all credit to him, he's put in a shift today, and I think he makes us look better, but he's not a striker. I think the commentator said like he scored 8 goals, 1 goal in his last 18 games or something like that. Sorry, and that's the thing that sort of stands out for me, is that he is the man that we're deciding to play up front at the minute, in place of Lau Foster, who has scored 7 in 48 or something like that. Like, our strikers aren't the most clinical of strikers. Obviously, Fleming isn't a striker. He should be playing in that 10 role. We've seen Koleosho today finally being put on the left with Anthony on the right, and I think Anthony did well on the right, to be fair. I think he's got a lot of stick recently, but I do quite like him, and I think he played well there tonight. But Koleosho just seemed to go missing again tonight. He does get himself into those positions, and we do give him the ball more than we probably do give the other attackers, because he's got the chance. He's got the skill and he's got the talent to create those chances. But tonight he just seemed to go missing too much for me. And yeah, like I liked Sarmiento. I thought he brought a lot of energy into it that we've been missing. But yeah, it's just another game where we're just not good enough up front, unfortunately. And at some point, we do need to turn these draws into wins. We do need to start getting the ball into the back of the net. And I think it's obvious from Parker's press conference this week, and I think even from tonight, that you can see the intents there, and there is some willing to get forward. And I think obviously tonight we've created more chances than we have done in the last few games. But yeah, I think we played relatively well tonight. I'm happy with the point. You go to the Hawthorns, it's a difficult place to go. I don't want to be a cliche about it all, because every game in this league's supposed to be difficult, and this is the league where anyone can beat anyone on their day. And yeah, it's a result that I'm happy with the draw, because you draw your games away from home and you get the points at home. And I think this is our 3rd away game in a row or something, or 2nd away game in a row, something like that. But yeah, we've got Swansea at home on Sunday now. A couple of days rest. Get the lads ready for Sunday. Let's back the boys on the turf. Let's make it hell. Let's bring an atmosphere. Let's make it loud. Let's back the boys on Sunday. Let's be that 12th man. Get attacking. Go for goal. And hopefully we can get the 3 points. Up Clarets.